Hello and a very warm welcome to the brand new edition of To The Point. I'm Kriti Mishra. And on today's show, I have with me Road Transport, Highways and MSME Minister, Mr. Nitin Gadkari. Mr. Gadkari, welcome to Rajya Sabha Television and thank you so much for joining us through Skype from Nagpur.
Thank you.
Sir,
You can start, no problem.
this is a new world. This is a new normal. Of course, the COVID-19 pandemic has left a debilitating impact on all the sectors of economy, particularly the MSME. We understand that a stimulus package is on the anvil. When do we expect that package?
Actually, we are facing the war against Corona, and that is very important that we need to win this war. And after Corona, we are also fighting economic war. The MSME, the industry, the all stakeholders are facing very crucial problems. Now, government has already declared many packages, many decisions, which are going to support the MSME and particularly the all stakeholders. But now still we have from last 15 days, I have interacted crores of members of MSMEs with the video conferencing and understand their problems. What are the problems they given me? After on the basis of that, we have already recommended to Finance Ministry and also to the PMO. And I'm expecting I'm in Nagpur, but definitely our government, our Prime Minister and Finance Minister, definitely they will take the decision. The situation is very bad. This is the time for all of us to how to accept the challenge and how the government can helpful to the industry. But one thing is very important that today everyone is facing the problem. The industry, MSME is in problem. The laborers, migrant laborers, the problem is really very complicated. At the same time, bank system is facing the challenges. Some of the state government, they don't have money to give the salary for next month. And the revenue of central government is also dropped. So in an integrated approach, we have to protect everybody and we have to take it everybody with us and to march ahead. That is the need of the hour. So now some of the people asking me the Japan government has decided to spend 12% of their GDP for all this corona fighting, corona fighting, using that much funds for that. How much India is going to make it for that? Economy, Japan economy or US economy. So whatever the possible for the government, with the government is trying level best, and definitely we are with the industry and we will survive, we will win and we will get success and we will win this war against corona. At the same time, we will win the war against this economic war also, and we will make India as the economy of the Prime Minister dream, that is of 5 trillion and 100 lakh crores of infrastructure. That is our target. We will definitely going to complete that.
Right, sir. We do hope that this is a war and we win against this war and invisible enemy, coronavirus. But, sir, in this situation, pending MSME dues continue to be a major concern. How are you assuaging those concerns of the MSMEs?
This is one of the problem. It is before corona also this is the problem. The MSME, our small industries, people, those who are supplying their material to state government, central government, state government undertaking, central government undertaking, and major industries, they are not getting their payment at time. That is a big problem, and that is the one of the reasons that MSME is facing the problem. We have a portal named as Samadhan, and we have resolved the problem of sometimes 36,000 to 40,000 crores. But now that is not sufficient. But now in the position we are not in a position to take any action against anybody because the situation is not permitting us. But this is one of the problem. We are thinking on the line to find out some way out for that, to rolling fund where with the consent of MSME and the major industry, or we can find out some mechanism and where the bank can finance them. So we are trying for that, but still it is there are a lot of complications and problems everywhere. But it is the time we need to support MSME and support the economy, because in Indian situation, the growth in GDP is contributed by MSME. Our 48% export is from MSME and 11 crore jobs already created by MSME. And now this is the time that we need to think in a new vision, that is agro MSME, then forest-based MSME, the fishing MSMEs, where we need to more concentrate on agriculture, rural, and tribal sector. And 115 need to diversify industry. So really, this is a very big task, but I am confident that we will achieve our goal, and we are trying our level best that how we can be helpful for all MSME and how we can fight with Corona, then how we can fight with economic war, and definitely I am confident that we will get good success.
Absolutely, sir. And a very important aspect is a new definition of MSME to include combination of turnover and investment. When do we expect that, sir?
Already the work on my department level is completed. We need one approval. After that, we will issue that. I feel that as early as possible, we will issue the decision, gazette notification for that.
Sir, you mentioned about Japan, including several other countries have indicated that they would be moving out their manufacturing operations from China to other countries. Now, COVID-19 crisis is also an opportunity for India, you said it on record, to become a manufacturing hub. But the challenge in front of us is how do we channelize on this opportunity?
First of all, it's a very important statement from the Japan Prime Minister that the Japanese industry and Japanese people, those have investment in China and in their industry in China, they want to shift from China, out of China. The Japan government has declared a big package, and this is a very sensitive indication. But that is not only from Japan. In the whole world, there is reactions from every country. USA, there is also reaction. So now after China, the best destiny for industry is India. We have got skilled manpower. Our land cost is very less, power cost is very less, and labor cost is very less. Capital cost is high because in Japan the interest cost is 1%, USA is 3%, as compared with South Korea is 1%. But in India the capital cost is high. But I feel that the raw material is available and India is the alternative destiny for China where they can establish their industry. So this is the blessing in disguise. What my feeling is, there are some people who convert problems into opportunities and there are some people who convert opportunities into the problem. तो ये कोरोना ये आपत्ति है, इसको इष्टापत्ति में रूपांतरित करने का एक कॉन्फिडेंस, एक पॉजिटिविटी and confidence, we need to face this situation and to create confidence in the mind of Indian people, Indian MSME, Indian industry. Now I already appeal a lot of people that it is the time for you to upgradation of your technology. You can take the capital with the joint venture and also same time the big industries, they can also come to India. So automobile point of view, India is the hub. Now we are making electric cars, electric bikes, electric buses, every type of cars and trucks now manufactured in India. So I am confident by scrapping policy, India will be competitive in automobile market and within 5 years, India will become a number one automobile manufacturer in the world. So this is the potential we have got it. Now presently the automobile industry is of 4,50,000 crores and we have got all type of ancillary well established in India. So now the raw material is also, it will be easy to get it on a reasonable rate by the scrapping policy. So 100% the situation is very favorable and so this is the time for Indian industry, Indian MSME to take the advantage of the situation with positivity and with full confidence and we have to go ahead and I am expecting good investment, foreign investment will come to India.
So we do hope that this opportunity becomes a blessing in disguise for us. But talking about the industrial units, now the industry is also clamoring for imposition of safeguard duty to protect the domestic sector from cheap Chinese imports. What is the way ahead for import substitution and protecting our indigenous industries?
So we have already taken lot of decisions. Now you just take the example of this agarbatti sticks and spoons for ice cream. Actually, they are imported from China. Now the all are today. I have a conversation with them. Now they are making Indian options, and now it is possible in India that we will get the all type of things here. The 4,000 crore import related was agarbatti and other thing for bamboo material. Now you take it biofuel, fuel, crude oil. We are importing 7 lakh crore of crude oil, but we have successfully implemented the experiment at the 26th January from Defense Ministry Air Force by taking their fighter jet and helicopter with the bioaviation fuel. We have successfully taken a spice jet flight from Dehradun to Delhi by using 25% bioaviation fuel from Jatropa. So these are the approach. Now we are encouraging ethanol. Now we are making ethanol from molasses, ethanol from BAB molasses, ethanol from sugarcane juice, and now we can make ethanol from corn. And even now Prime Minister giving permission to make ethanol from rice cut. Now we have surplus of rice for coming 3 years. We have got the stock of wheat, rice, and 2 years stock of sugar. So we need to change the diversify this because otherwise we will face the problem. So definitely by our strategies, import substitute, cost effective, pollution free and indigenous. So here lot of things we are now going to publish 2 books. One is export of last 3 years and imports of last 3 years, and we will give it to all this data to the concerning people and tell them that this import substitute by appropriate technology. You have to find out the thing that how it can be possible for India. We can make it here all these things, and we in place of import we can export. So this is the atmosphere, and I have the all industrial organization, Chamber of Commerce, FICCI, PhD Chamber, Association. I have an interaction plastic association. Now you just take an example that the plastic bottle for shampoo and other thing, that is everything is in India we are manufacturing, but the pump, that Dakkan, that coming from China. I said, what is the? It is not a rocket science. You can make it here. Now I am giving an example of Morbi. Once upon a time, our tiles was manufactured in Morbi, but after that, China captured the market, and we are importing tile from China. But the Morbi people changed their technology, increased the productivity and quality and costing. They reduced the cost, and today now there is no tiles now we are getting from China. It is the Morbi people now they have a full domination in the market. So this is a successful example. It is a big task, but I feel that it is possible. And Indian industry, Indian people, Indian technology, they have got all potential for that, and definitely we can win this war.
Absolutely, sir. Hopes are there that we win this war. But, sir, at this point in time, at this hour of crisis, I understand that you're holding video conferences with different stakeholders every day. But one of the basic concerns is also about facilitation of interstate movement of vehicles for essential goods.
Actually, our national highway already we have opened. Now 65 to 70% traffic is on there. Our export import, our ports are open. One of the problem we are facing, that is really one of the important point, that the negativity is there in the mind of the people.
Yes.
People are nervous. So it is the time for all the people, including media, to create confidence in the mind of the people, positivity in the mind of the people, that you can win. Now I remember that song, that Bajpayee ji's a great song, कदम कदम मिलाकर चलना होगा, और कोशिश करने वाले की कभी हार नहीं होती, हम होंगे कामयाब, और इस संकट में हम लोग यशस्वी होंगे. We have all potential that we can get success, and we need to develop this type of mindset of positivity in the mind of the people. And my interaction with all these people, every time I tried my level best that how we can create confidence, how we can create positivity, and that is important. And by after meeting with all these people, I understand, I listen their all problems, and I give them that with positivity you can fight this war. So now the people have also changed their mood, and I am expecting that definitely they are going to fight with corona. And day by day we need to understand that if the corona is there, at the same time we need to start our routine work. So we will find out the way out and we will go ahead.
Right, Mr. Gadkari, and now let's talk about the road transport and highways sector. Though we are hit by COVID-19 pandemic, you aspire to maintain the momentum of last year, and our targets for construction in the financial year 2020-21 are slightly more than the last year at around 10,250 kilometers. What are the plans to boost the road and highways sector?
Because of this economic situation, the most important thing which is very important for the country, for our economy is we need more liquidity into the market. And now in a present situation, we need to start infrastructure works, particularly water, power, transport, communication, railway, airports, shipping, ports, inland waterways, and roads. And here in the road sector, now we have decided a target that we will make our target double.
Yes.
And it means that we need to go, but it's a target. It's not my commitment because somewhere in media I should be very cautious about it. It's a target. And we need to create now foreign investment also to take the loan, pension funds, insurance fund, foreign banks funds, funds from different foreign agencies, World Bank, ADB, and we have a potential. We can make now already we are making 22 green express highway, out of which 7 express highway the work have already started. We are making Delhi to Mumbai express highway of 1 lakh crore. It's a 12-lane axis control road, and it can be easy for anybody to go from Delhi to Mumbai within 12 to 13 hours. So at the same time, now we are decided to make logistic park, roadside amenities, and also in this road, it's a very interesting thing that we are saving 16,000 crore on land acquisition. The cost of this road is 1 lakh crore. And because this road is going through from the tribal and backward area of Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra. It starts from Sona near Gurgaon and coming to Sawai Madhopur, Alwar, and then going to Jhabua, Ratlam, going to Vadodara to Mumbai. So this is the new alignment. And actually, this is a totally a backward area, tribal area, forest area. So where now we are planning to make industrial clusters. We are offering land and we are now adopting the policy by which roadside development we can develop. So we can make different type of clusters, plastic clusters, food clusters, agriculture clusters, metal clusters, then the leather cluster. Now we have an industry of leather industry of 1 lakh 40,000 crore, 45,000 crore, out of which 90,000 crore is domestic and 45 to 55,000 crore is our export. So I suggest them that you can make one cluster there with a smart city and smart village, accommodation for the laborers, sustainable, a good life for them. So definitely now this is the idea that we can make land available with a very low cost. The land cost in this area is 10 to 15 lakhs rupees per acre, and as compared with Gurgaon and this Noida, Mumbai, Pune, the land cost is more than 2 crore, 3 crore rupees per acre. So now we need decentralization of industry. And that is very important that we need to concentrate on 115 aspirant districts, the tribal, agriculture and rural. So now we are now thinking that there will be agro MSME that is related with the agriculture. To create more employment potential in agriculture is very important. So we are working on this line. I am confident that we will get good success.
So you've also talked about adopting the London model of public transport. Tell us more about that.
It is a very important model. The 9 operators are there in London. They are totally private. They have one uniform dress. The color of the buses, double-decker buses, same. No one can understand. These 9 operators are operating London Transport City Bus Service, and it is very good. So the investment is from the private operator. So now the state government undertaking, because this is not a subject directly related with the federal government. This is the state government undertaking corporations are there. So I suggest them that why you are not going with this model, that private operator will increase the capital and he will purchase the buses on a kilometer basis. The corporation or the state government corporation will give them opportunity to run the buses. So it can be economically viable. It don't need any investment from government side, state government side, and central government side. And even we can improve the quality of transport. Now you just take the state transport and private transport. The people are using private buses. They are using the buses of Scania, Volvo, luxury buses, and their comforts are more. And that is the reason that now people are using it. Now it is the time for India that we need to have more public transport and public transport on electricity. In Delhi Mumbai highway, we are trying to make a pilot project for e-highway on electric, and we want to use LNG as a fuel for future because it is cost effective, just 50% the cost of diesel. So lot of new changes we have taken in the already in our transport sector. We are now encouraging public transport on electricity. We are now encouraging biofuels, ethanol, then methanol, biodiesel, bio-CNG, electricity as a fuel. We are also working and encouraging the people who are working on hydrogen fuel cell, that is the future. So 7 lakh crores of import we have. In place of that, suppose 5 lakh crores, if we save that and we can penetrate that 5 lakh crore in the rural agriculture and tribal India, it is going to give an electrifying effect. So now this is the time that we need to diversify agriculture towards energy and power sector. So definitely government is moving on that. Government is purchasing ethanol. Now government is giving permission to make ethanol from rice cut. And my idea is to now open at least 5,000 new distilleries where they are making ethanol from corn, rice cut and sugarcane juice, and it can give good price to farmer, and it is definitely going to reduce our import. So these are the new inventions, new research. So I always talking about one thing, that the innovation, entrepreneurship, science, technology, research, skill and all experiences, we name it as a knowledge, and conversion of knowledge into wealth is the future for the country. So I'm every time arguing all the people that we need the best technology by which we can change the socio-economic scenario of our country.
Absolutely, sir. Point well taken. But lastly, Mr. Gadkari, turning crisis into opportunity, India needs renewed focus on infrastructure. You already are holding talks with several state governments to restart highway projects where migrant laborers can be employed gainfully. How big is that challenge?
It's a big challenge, but already we have taken a decision and a lot of the works have already started. Now if the work start, the labor they don't need to migrate, and that's the reason that we are trying to our level best to start all the work, and it is we are moving fast, and I am confident that already 65-70% traffic is on national highway, and definitely in due course of time we are going to start all works in the national highway, which is very important for creating employment potential for labor. And the expenditure in the infrastructure is going to increase the liquidity in the market, and that liquidity is the most important thing for the country. And I'm confident that we are definitely going to achieve that goal under the leadership of our Prime Minister, that we want to make India as an economy of 5 trillion. At the same time, we need to build the infrastructure of at least 100 lakh crores. So this is a big task and big challenge. As my ministry, we have taken a decision to make the target of starting of road construction of 15 lakh crores in 2 years. We are working on that. I don't know whether we will complete it or not, but we are trying our level best to achieve that goal.
Absolutely, Mr. Gadkari. We hope that the innovative ideas of the government ensure that we do become a $5 trillion economy very soon. But, Mr. Gadkari, you joined us in this era of social distancing, gave us those important inputs and details. Thank you so much for joining and talking to Rajya Sabha Television.
Thank you. Namaskar.